Housing Development Program, your usual encyclopedia on housing matters.
The Abuja Housing Show has come of age, and being a city with tremendous importance in the country, life and development, Abuja generates centrifugal attraction from all nooks and crannies of the country. Perhaps nowhere has the need for judicious use and preservation of the city's executive land resources becomes imperative in Nigeria today than the federal capital city. The fact that we have 8,000 square kilometers in the FCT does not mean that it should be taken for granted. Not only are people attracted for its role as the administrative capital, billions of naira worth of investment has now been invested in the city in the last 35 years. The spacious area slogan associated with Abuja is now a thing of the past. Meanwhile, one of the major challenges encountered in the development of the city is the inability of the low-income earners to get accommodated in the city. This category constitutes the greater majority of people earning livelihood in the city. It is worthy of note to understand that right from the inception, the master plan of the FCT has indicated various categories of development programs. We have the low, the high, and the medium density areas. Unfortunately, these areas are observed only in the older part of the city, in areas like Garki district, Wuse, part of Asokoro and Mestama district. The phases 2 and 3 do not seem to observe these rules. And without the high density areas where high-rise apartments should be located, it will be difficult for us to achieve the goal of housing, particularly for the low-income earners. In the context of land development, our experiences reveal that development standard and regulation should be due for review, particularly the Abuja Master Plan, which has been in operation since 1979. We believe the master plan should be due for review every 5 years. This is not the case with the Abuja Master Plan. A major portion of urban housing in developing countries and also in some European countries are developed outside official sanction processes. That's why the Abuja Housing Show has a role to play significantly in providing affordable housing. The reason for this phenomenon was that many countries have inherited or imported their regulatory frameworks from outside, which were designed to meet very different conditions from those facing the local environment. By attempting to impose such approaches on population which are invariably too poor to be able to conform to them, the danger is that respect for the law and official institutions in general will be undermined, hence the preponderance of squatter and illegal development at city fringes. You will observe most of these squatter and illegal development around the rings of existing settlements that were due for resettlement but were never considered up until now. And to move forward, to avoid this issue of slum condition, there is the need for the issue of resettlement programs to be addressed squarely in the federal capital. For urban development to be socially, economically, and institutionally sustainable, it is very important to assess the extent to which changes in the regulatory frameworks are required in order to enable the accessibility to urban facilities by the urban poor. Among the challenges this year's conference in the Abuja Housing Show intends to address are problems of accessing finance for housing development, encouraging more private investment and participation in affordable housing, and the incentives to estate developers need to develop affordable homes for low-income earners. It is on record that a lot of mass housing schemes have been developed, particularly in phases 2 and 3 of the FCT. Unfortunately, most of these housing estates have not been issued with title documents. And this is a serious setback to developers and owners of the properties alike. There is the need for the FCT administration to put their head together along with housing developers to address this issue of titling that will give room for financiers to access, for the people to access finances from financial institutions. We hope and pray that deliberation will lead to the transformation of ideas into policy for implementation that shall widen the scope in housing affordability.
Housing Development Program is an encyclopedia on housing matters.